Pakistan is significantly expanding its role as a global defense partner by announcing new specialized military training programs for allied nations. Building on its decades-long practice of hosting international cadets at institutions like the Pakistan Military Academy, this move solidifies its position as a key regional hub for military education and professional excellence. Concerns have been raised following reports of a Pakistan-bound ship from China being intercepted by security agencies. While Pakistan claimed the vessel carried only commercial goods, officials suggested the consignment, a CNC machine, had a dual-use capability for its ballistic missile program. Pakistan categorically denies any illicit transfer, calling the seizure a violation of international norms. Big congratulations to Pakistani students who secured a major victory at Turkey's prestigious Technofest Aerospace and Technology Festival. A team from NUSTPNEC won a top prize in the industry-oriented projects category for their composite nose radome analysis for supersonic aircraft, showcasing Pakistani youth's excellence in global aerospace innovation. In a major success for Pakistan's counterterrorism efforts, the Inter-Services Public Relations, ISPR, has confirmed that 13 terrorists were killed during two separate intelligence-based operations in Balochistan. The operations, which were conducted with precision in different areas of the province, resulted in an intense exchange of fire, effectively neutralizing the militants and preventing planned subversive activities. Welcome to Pakistangeo Defence Update. For the latest on regional security and military analysis, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an intel drop. Pakistan's military has announced the successful test fire of the Fatah-IV ground-launched cruise missile, boasting a conventional strike range of 750 kilometers. The military claims this advanced missile can evade enemy air defenses through terrain-hugging flight, significantly boosting the survivability and precision of its conventional arsenal. Analysts interpret the unveiling as a strategic message in the region's escalating missile race. A major diplomatic success for Pakistan. 24 Pakistani crew members and their liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) tanker have been freed by Houthis in Yemen. The vessel, which sustained damage from a September 17 drone attack, is now reported to be out of Yemeni waters and heading toward Djibouti. Officials praised the tireless efforts of Pakistani diplomats and security agencies in securing the safe release of the nationals. Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister has stated the national leadership will decide on potentially deploying troops as part of a proposed Gaza peacekeeping force. The force is envisioned under the recently announced U.S. peace plan. The DPM clarified this would be a special force for Gaza, separate from a UN mission, with Pakistani involvement hinging on its documentation at the United Nations. A new report examines how Pakistan's policy towards the Afghan Taliban has backfired, leading to a loss of peace on its western frontier. Increased violence, including a recent suicide bomb in Quetta, is being blamed on the Pakistan Taliban, TTP, which Islamabad asserts operates from Afghan soil. The escalating security crisis is forcing Pakistan to weigh options like military strikes and expulsions against a backdrop of deep scars and local resentment in the tribal belt. The Pakistan Army has inducted the Advanced Infantry Mortar System, AIMS, a new indigenous vehicle-mounted solution. Developed by Comcept, this network-enabled mortar carrier integrates advanced digital navigation and fire control. AIMS provides infantry units with a significant shoot-and-scoot capability, allowing them to rapidly reposition after firing, which is a major enhancement for battlefield precision and mobility. Afghanistan is experiencing a near-total internet and mobile phone service blackout across the country. The Taliban government ordered the nationwide suspension to prevent what they call vice and immoral activities. The communication shutdown has crippled daily life and business, with overall connectivity dropping to less than 1% of normal levels, raising concerns over a return to past extreme communication restrictions. Climate change is pushing Pakistan's coastal cities, particularly Karachi, into the spotlight as urgent strategic priorities. With over 20 million residents, Karachi faces severe threats from rising sea levels, urban flooding, and heat waves. Experts are calling for massive coordinated investment in climate-resilient infrastructure, like coastal defenses and upgraded drainage, to safeguard the economic epicenter from escalating environmental pressures. Pakistan's technology sector is being hailed as a rare bright spot in the struggling economy, with IT and IT-enabled services exports crossing $3.2 billion in the last fiscal year. Driven by a young talent pool and a booming gig economy, the government is setting an ambitious target of $5 billion by 2026. However, for the sector to truly become a global innovation hub, it must overcome challenges in educational capacity and build large-scale R&D firms. The Indian Air Force, IAF, is rapidly accelerating its air-launched cruise missile, ALCM, arsenal with an urgent procurement call for over 100 new long-range munitions. The move is prompted by internal assessments following recent military operations, which highlighted the need to neutralize adversary air bases within the first hours of a conflict. India is expediting its indigenous cruise missile programs to bolster its first strike capabilities. The White House has announced the United States is providing a major security guarantee to Qatar in the wake of Israeli airstrikes on the capital. Doha President Donald Trump has signed an executive order stating that any future armed attack on Qatar will be considered a direct threat to U.S. peace and security. The order commits America to take all appropriate measures, diplomatic, economic, and, if necessary, military, to defend its Gulf ally. The assurance comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu apologized to Qatar for a strike that killed a Qatari security officer. The U.S. seeks to stabilize relations with a key partner that hosts the largest American military base in the Middle East. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has publicly responded to the U.S.-led Gaza peace plan, creating immediate diplomatic distance. In a press conference, Dar stated unequivocally that the 20-point proposal unveiled by President Donald Trump is, in his words, not our document. He clarified that the version released by the White House does not include all of Pakistan's key proposals and differs from a joint statement agreed upon by 8 Muslim nations. Dar emphasized that Pakistan's immediate priorities remain a definitive ceasefire, stopping the bloodshed, ensuring humanitarian aid access, and ending the forced displacement of Palestinians. He affirmed that Pakistan stands by the joint statement from the 8 Muslim countries and is committed to ensuring its core concerns are addressed. That's all for today from Pakistangeo Defense. Hit subscribe and drop your opinion.